Welcome again, God, ancestors, everything that's of love and light. You transform. Change your awareness. I want something that I wrote for you guys, and I hope it can help because we all need some help. No matter how well people spell. You understand? People will chant some shit on you, and they'll be working on you to make you think how you feel about you. It's programming, also ancestry. For those who are lost, you come from a lost generation. There's always one who slipped through the cracks and tried to make the family aware. But they'll go outside to others and look for this when they have someone in the family who actually is trying to keep everything together. When you realize it's wearing you out, forget it. Let them go. Change yourself. Through your true intent and value, they'll do the work unconsciously. They'll get there. Some of them may even mirror the jealous parts of the synastry of their awareness, which you will be aware, but you'll pass their level. That got nothing to do with you. Just be careful what you manifest. Because wherever you are is what you're manifesting. You're manifesting the good, and the unconscious is manifesting the negative parts of it. So, like I said, if people don't want that cheating, and you still creeping, the kid is, you'll expect something to go different with their partners, but let me put on some jazz for this, but in case my neighbor distracts me with the music, which I don't mind. He's in his headspace. So I'm going to put on some jazz. I wrote this for you guys to hear. And like I said, get in love. For Christians, get in love. Love it. And go in with a blank mind with the book of Psalms and the Bible. Okay? And there's another part too in the Bible I want y'all to get in touch with. I think it's John. I can't remember. I think it's John 1 or Psalms 1. Anyway, change your awareness. I got, when it comes to reality, it says when it comes to relating to others, let them be. Release it. Let them be. Release the psychological grip to how they appear. And my friend Joseph, who's a counselor, he gave me that good advice. Whether he know it or not. He's a YouTuber. We all synastry, you hear me? Wherever you are in your life, you'll attract. Okay? And it says, based on imagination, activities there should be no... All right, listen to what I just said. When it comes to reality of others, let them be. Release the psychological grip to how they appear. When you're going through something, release how you already went in thinking about how they look to you. You understand? This is how you'll find a better solution. I tell this to all those who ask me, what do I feel about it, behind the scenes, who ask me to do card readings and things. I tell them this. So I'm telling you guys the same thing I tell them. Okay? It says, release the psychological grip to how they appear based on the imaginational activities. There should be no desire to convince you or them, any of them. Don't convince no one. Don't convince them or argue. Don't argue with your partners. Your desires should be pure. If your desires are pure, it'll change the person in general. Not when you feeling like you gotta be McGruff. You understand? You gotta. Don't be McGruff like I've been suspecting. I didn't notice that. Sometimes we have a fear that we're the other woman. You're manifesting later that you are actually the other woman. If you was the only woman, you manifested in your life that you became the other woman now. Now they was having a full life and you became the other woman because they started moving away. Okay? Listen to me. Become the person you desire to be. Embody this belief. Embody this belief unconditionally to how it may look to yourself and others. Be okay and feel complete, and you will transform yourself and others. All right? Don't change others. Just ascend your consciousness, and that's a fact. Ascend your consciousness. And that will change others by changing yourself, because then you'll shift your view. If you're putting too much in a relationship and it's making you feel away, when it's not really making you feel away, this is how you really feel about you. If it's making you feel away, look at yourself. Is this how I'm really feeling, or are they really making me feel that way? You change your view. When we feed a baby, we give a baby something because we expect that the baby's crying because it's hungry. But is the baby really hungry? Or is the baby just wanting attention? Because we're not sure. Look at people sometimes as the child, as your inner child, and what they're doing and the things we have done in the past. We forget about the past relationships we've been in and our behaviors that sometimes manifest through our partners. Even in school, of how when you was a kid you did childish things and you grow as a man and you put away childish things. Look at life like that. Okay? It says if something needs to be said, it's sinistry, and that's the truth. If I'm going to say something, I'm going to say it. I don't care how it sounds to you, because I'm not here to hurt you. I know who I am, and I know my intentions is pure, and I mean pure. I ain't looking for nobody's validity on shit. Nothing. I am complete with me. So how anybody else may feel about me cannot work. You have no power over me, and never will, because I know I was there, and you would only be mirroring my past unconscious traits. All right? And that will change by changing yourself, even your temptations. God damn it. All right? If something needs to be said, say it. Conscious is all, and all is consciousness. Do you not hear me? Just know that. Conscience is all, and all is consciousness. Things are an appearance of one consciousness. One thing have many different facets unfolded, but it all can give you the same solution. And that's a fact. I've always said that. That's why I dislike when people used to be like, you think you know everything, but they know nothing because they repeat the same habits. That's not me telling them something. That's not me. You understand? That's not me judging them. But if you want to feel sorry for yourself, you would make it look like someone's judging you because they're telling you something that they see that's a pattern they've been through. Be careful of those types. That means you pass them, because they'll try and tell you you think you know everything. Be careful. That's your dark side, your negative traits. That's mirroring you. Not now, the past. So that means you don't belong there no more. Learn where you elevate from. All consciousness is all, and all is consciousness. Things are an appearance of one consciousness. You all have the power to be who you truly desire. No one is holding you back. No one is making you feel away. No one is you. Believe it. If something's hurting you so bad, set it free, work on self. When you see it from a different view, you'll be like, oh, this is the game I was playing this time. Do you not hear it? Nothing in this world can stop you unless you believe it. Thank you, Joseph. It's up to you. God in you does the work when you're working on yourself. You don't keep miserably, oh, I can't leave them or they won't leave and they won't change. Change yourself. Change your fucking self. I'm going to see, because that's me. Change your fucking self. That's what I would say to myself. So I'm going to tell it to people who's on my tribe. I'm telling my soul tribe, I ain't going to babysit no bullshit. I'm not going to change your view because you're not going to hear it. Say, just get in the habit of this. It's a beginning. But one day soon, and I mean soon, you will wake up, start practicing it, and you'll look at what you've outgrown through partnerships, through friends, through yourself, things you outgrown from yourself, and you will see. Say to yourself, I am feeling great now, and I have accepted how I already am now. Be okay with the past. Be okay with what you're doing now. But don't complain about the results you receive. Because old past habits still got to play out into repercussions of something new until it stops completely. When you believe you God, you start moving like God. Because you're God's child. Can't say it. I'm not going to do the preaching. When you know you God's child, certain things just has to stop. And you'll attract all of those good things. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but don't make excuses about what you lacked and what you didn't have growing up. Because once you're aware, it's like, these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And tell your past, baby, now these boots are gonna walk right past you. That's how I'm living. And I ain't gotta talk. I ain't gotta chant or boast. When you grow, when you're done with outdated things that's not feeding your soul, now y'all gonna understand karma means lesson. Because most people don't know. Capricorn rules lesson. Karma rules lessons. Saturn teach lessons. Dad teach lessons. Our Father, God. Capricorn, karma means Father. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That's your body. Y'all don't know that yet. Thy kingdom come as above in heaven and so below on earth. As in the heaven. You're the kingdom. Your physical body is the kingdom. Be careful what you see, gods and goddesses. There's no easy way to do it. But don't make your surroundings a conditioning of what you believe is happening to you. All right? And get in love with the book of Psalms. If any parts of the Bible that help me, I would say it's the book of Psalms. And some parts of John. And there's 2 songs I would like to share with y'all, but that'll be another time. Because I'm going to get this over with. So I can get a peace of mind that I did you signs right. Because some people do need some guidance and a little drama to get out of their head. Hi, Mommy. Hi, Apple. It'll be a couple of days soon. In a couple of days will be you're returning home, back to God, physically back to God, back to you, the source God, in a couple of days. I burn these candles for all my fallen angels and for all y'all fallen angels. was resuscitating my mother for 32 minutes before the ambulance came, breathing in her mouth, pumping her chest. It's not a nice thing. Rubbing my father's feet before he died, rubbing it. Breathing in her mouth, pumping her chest, rubbing her head. Some days when I rub her and I do the Reiki over her, she up and moving. Very next day, up and moving. Nobody there can tell me about me. I'm a healer. My hands work for God. When I do them readings, my intentions is clear. This clear. That's why my tongue shook, because it's the truth. I command it. God says, being it is, can nobody make me feel a way about me. And I want y'all to know that about yourselves. Be aware. Heal self.